My name is Lucas Salles-Cunha. We're going to be working on the inside pass for basketball today. And I want to start off with a quote from William Arthur Ward. 3 keys to more abundant living: caring about others, daring for others, and sharing with others. For the inside pass, we're going to work on sharing. All 3 of these apply, but we're specifically going to discuss sharing with others. And starting with what's developmentally appropriate for an 8-year-old. So with early childhood development, we want to work on the fundamental skills, the basics, and a lot of movement exercises. So according to Lloyd and Oliver, 2012, we want that youth development model. I personally adhere to a progression-based teaching, so we're going to start with basics, some fundamentals, then we're going to build on top of that. So we're going to start off half-court setting. We're going to have 2 lines of 5 participants, and they're just going to work on the inside passes. One is the passer, the other one is the cutter. This guy is going to cut to the basket, we'll put a C, and he's going to put his pass to the cutting person. They're both going to then follow towards the hoop and then come around. So there's as much movement as possible, even though we're in lines, which is not ideal. We're trying to keep these guys moving. So the cutter goes to the basket, these guys are passing the ball, and then they shoot. Once they do that, and it's a continuous cycle. So that's where we're gonna start. After we go about 5 minutes on this drill, we're gonna continue the movement, and then we're gonna add offense and defense. So we're continuing to work on our inside pass. Again, these are 8-year-olds. We're working on a basic skill and the development. So now we're going to go half court. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is offense. And then we're going to go defense, 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 defense. So it's a little bit more of a game-based scenario. Passos and Davis, 2014. We're trying to get them prepared for a game-based scenario. The offense is going to have the ball. I'm going to shade in the person with the ball right here. He has the ball. He's looking for cutting options. So if this guy cuts, he makes the pass right there. He shoots. Now there's different scenarios. They have to learn how to be creative. So if he's covered, then maybe he looks this way. They're also looking for opportunities to fake this way and then go here. These guys are going to have to communicate, but those are the 2 basic drills. We're going to start off with passing and cutting, and then we're going to try to put it in a game-based scenario, and that is for the 8-year-olds. As far as the 14-year-olds, we're sticking with the same basic premises of progression-based teaching, but we're going to get a little bit more creative with it. And they're going to start off with 5. Here, instead of 2 lines, you're just going to have 5 people on offense, and this one's going to have the ball. And he's going to just communicate with his teammates on who's going to cut. This one, he might be cutting, or he could go over here, or he could pass cross court to this player cutting in and passing over there, hit him, and then take the shot. So again, the inside pass, passing to a player that's cutting with continuous movement, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This person has the ball, and the purpose of this drill is just to execute an inside pass to one of his teammates. But this drill is going to give him more opportunity for being creative, and it's a little bit more advanced than what we started with the 8-year-olds. So we're progressing by each age level. With the 14-year-olds, movement it isn't as important. We're looking for a little bit more explosiveness, a little bit more power heading to that basket, but we do want that speed also and continuous flow. And then the last age group, once they've finished this drill, then we're gonna put it into a game-based scenario, like Passos and Davis. So game-based scenario, we want them comfortable when they get to a game, having practiced it multiple times. So we're gonna put defenders, offense, 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 offense. We'll go D, 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 D. This person has the ball, maybe, and we're looking for the inside pass again. Again, he could fake and then pass that way. These guys start to communicate, maybe they go that way, and then this person cuts in and then he hits him right there. So the teammates start to work together to penetrate the defense and then hopefully score. So they're in this scenario, these are 14-year-olds, they're looking for opportunity to surprise the defense, to do something that maybe the defense wouldn't expect in that moment. And it could be shifting of players, it could be using a creative pass, could be faking one way, could be an alley-oop going there. But it's really, we're gonna put it on the players to come up with creative solutions on their own. Moving up to another area, we're progressing under the youth development model. I use progressive based teaching as a coach, so we're gonna continue to progress and we're gonna get a little bit more complicated for the 18-year-olds. So for the 18-year-olds, start off with a movement drill, working on speed, explosiveness. We'll start off with an offensive drill, getting them to practice about 10 minutes on this one. And I'm gonna restrict a passing item. And I'm gonna say, okay, you can start off with 2 minutes, regular passing, where you're going both hands, pushing the ball towards a player. After 2 minutes, I'm gonna say you cannot execute a regular pass. You have to find a creative solution. Do anything you want passing the ball without a regular standard pass. So that's gonna restrict their options and hopefully force them to be more creative. So in this scenario, maybe this guy has the ball, maybe he does a behind the back pass. Again, inside pass is the focus point we're working on to here. Could be working together, where maybe we have players moving up. This guy cuts up, but he doesn't pass the ball. Maybe this guy, he passes here, still an inside pass, but we have two people cutting. So it's really up to the players to find creative solutions with the inside pass to eventually get the ball in the hoop. And then, again, we're gonna put it in a game-based format so they are comfortable when they're under pressure. And that's really what we want. We want them comfortable under pressure. So we're going 5 on offense. We're putting defenders on them again. And then I want them using creative passes to put the ball in the hoop. So here we've got our behind the back. This guy's gonna cut this way. Maybe he cuts this way. We have a lot of movement. They're going around. And in reality, he's gonna go here. And this person, he can do whatever he wants. He might be able to go there. He has an option there. He has an option here. And then if all these are taken, this guy coming around might be able to pass it there. So we really want the players making the decisions, but they're gonna have to make the decisions quickly because the defense is gonna be on them. And if they make a mistake, the defense is going to capitalize on it. It's really just a matter of putting them in a situation, trying to force them to be creative in practice, and then during a game, they're not surprised, but the defense is surprised. So that's the element of the creativity where they practice being creative in practice in a controlled setting, and then the defense is surprised in the game, but they're not necessarily surprised. So those are 3 areas of the youth development model for 8-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and 18-year-olds, where we use progression-based teaching to work on the inside pass and allow them to make a lot of the decisions for themselves. Thank you.